Welcome to the Debbie and Kim Show.
Real people, real talk.
From
Challenges to wisdom. Conversations that heal, inspire, and empower.
Today, I'm so excited.
We both are. We have been waiting for this for a while, like months.
Oh, I forgot. I usually ask Kim how her week was. How was your week?
My week was busy. It's, with this event coming up on the 14th of March, there's a lot of little things to be done. And so I've been busy with that and some wonderful things. So
Awesome.
how about yours?
Fantastic.
Yeah, you went to the women's retreat.
I went to a women's retreat and it was called Blooming, and it was wonderful. It was awesome. There were 11 women that got together and we just talked about things that were going on in our lives, things about where we thought we weren't enough in and what we needed to do. And it just was a nice sister circle where we got to embrace each other. We got to laugh together, talk together, eat. The young lady named Cassandra, her food was off the chain.
Wow.
That's all I could say. Okay.
Where was it?
It was in Mesa. We found an Airbnb in Mesa. And it was
Nice.
really nice off of
Local.
McDonald, I think. I'm still learning streets here.
It's okay.
Names of-
It was Mesa. It was local. I thought maybe it might have been in Sedona. That's
No, it was in Mesa. Enough about us. Let's
Yeah,
talk
so we
about
can't wait to
our
get
guest.
into conversation with our amazing guest. And I just want to tell you a little bit about her. So we're excited to introduce Tamiko Drummond, and she is a multifaceted speaker, and this is so true. She's a facilitator and strategic consultant whose work spans leadership development, branding, and guiding people through life's most challenging transitions. She is the CEO of Lotus Consulting and Marketing, LLC, where she helps organizations and individuals align strategy, vision, and purpose. Yes. From conference stages to community gatherings, Tamiko shares practical wisdom on resilience, leadership, and personal branding, leaving audiences encouraged and empowered. Are you ready? Are you ready? Please help us give a warm welcome to Tamiko Drummond. And I wanted to say this. Yes. Thank you for being here, Tamiko.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And it's Women's History Month. So we have to promote all the powerful. And when you say powerful, you have to snap your head back. Women. Yeah.
Powerful.
But it's like powerful. And I'm copying that. And as soon as I think of the lady's name, I'll let you know who
Give
I'm
her credit.
copying that from. I'll give her credit. But that's what she says. Snap your head back when you say powerful. And you are one of the most powerful women we know. Well, yes, one of the most powerful women we know. So we're so looking forward to hearing more about you and the book. And
so the book that we're talking about, making reference to, is Grief, Giggles and Grace. And is her debut book, born from the perfect. Yes. Born from the deeply personal journey of losing her mother. Through humor, faith, and storytelling, she offers comfort and light to those navigating the path of grief. I just want to say this. I saw the book promoted on Instagram and immediately wanted to get it. I had a friend who had a friend was going through the loss of several of his family members. And as I read it, I thought this will be perfect for her to just really understand, be able to empathize with what he's going through and to be able to know some ways of how to respond. And that was what I really appreciated. You really broke it down and made it so accessible to anybody. It was real. So what I would like to know, if you don't have a question, is what uh, brought you. I mean, we know that it was the loss of your mom, which I just want to say publicly, I my um, heart goes out to you there. But you have really shared your heart with so many people, and can you just tell us a little bit about how that came into being?
Yes, most definitely. And Kim, let me just say thank you so much for following me on Instagram and reaching out, getting the link and purchasing the book and reading it. I really appreciate it. So this was definitely a heart project for me. Most grief books, I don't know if you've ever seen any grief books, they're heavy, right? Mine has the word giggle in it in the title. And
Yes,
and
I
that's
love
that's
that.
intentional
Yeah.
because I needed permission to laugh while I was
Hmm.
grieving for my mother. And I didn't have it. So this book gives people that permission.
I agree, 100%. That was what I've never read a grief book or a book on grief.
Mhm,
But
yeah.
yours, because of that, the giggles and the grace, I loved that whole combination because the grief addresses the pain.
Right.
And giggles is a way to allow it to release, actually, right? And
Exactly.
then the grace is just the comfort of it's okay. You're okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay. Yeah.
exactly. And so when I lost my mom in October of 2024.
Mm,
And that was just so,
wow.
I would say it was traumatizing, but if you've ever dealt with losing a loved one, you have to go through the business of death, right?
Mm.
And so what I found myself doing was handling the business of everything, not fully releasing my grief or giving myself permission or the time to grieve. I just kept
Yes.
Mhm.
pushing, pushing, pushing until up to right until she passed, up to the funeral. After the funeral, I'm still serving at church, I'm still singing, I'm still doing all of these things. And then on December 31st, 2024, which was my mom's a New Year's Eve baby. When
Mm,
it was her birthday, and it's 3 months after her death, and as soon as the clock turned midnight, January 1st, 2025, when I tell you I bawled, like, all of the pain or whatever that I was holding, like, "No, not right now, not right now, and holding it back, came all flooding
let
out.
it go.
Couldn't like, I could it just released.
Good for you.
And at the time, I'm like, "Okay, oh my gosh, I'm feeling all of these feelings." And then when I talk about all the different parts in the book, I'm not making it up. Like, seriously, you're washing dishes, you're all of the things, like, I had to deal with it. And I said, "Lord, I am having a hard time." And I tried to talk to people where I'm like, "Am I the only one having a hard time? How are y'all?" I called my brother, like, "Are you good?" You know? And
Yeah.
I'm
And
checking to see if anyone else was like, "How do you process grief?"
yes.
And I was like, "Oh my god." So what I started doing was started journaling just my experiences, what people would say to me, how I felt. And
Good
then
for
I
you.
started going into the Bible and looking for comforting Bible verses.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then like a few months later, I'm like, "You know what? There's other people who may need this." So I
Right.
started turning my journaling into the book, the frame of the.
Right.
And so, from what people would say to me, things that would annoy me, and then I had to realize, you know what, they just don't know. And then the moments that really stuck out was that some people, because they don't know, it's almost like they avoid you.
Yes.
So it's like,
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes.
That's what I
You don't have to avoid me. I don't have like the grief
leprosy.
disease or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or they don't know
This is
again.
why I'm so glad that you wrote the book because that is so true. People don't know. And this is why, if you're listening to this, you are because you're hearing my words. Get the book. Get
Right.
this book
Please.
because
Please.
she really lays it out. And I know I've heard people say these things that, I didn't want to hear that. I didn't need to hear that.
Right.
And
Right.
and that's why they avoid, because they don't know what to say. They're scared they're going to say the wrong thing.
Right.
This book helps you to just get in that place and and know how to empathize. It really it teaches you. I love that. That's what I really appreciate about it, and that's why um, I didn't know that before I bought it. I just bought it because it was you.
No, and I appreciate. Thank you so much for the
Really
support.
like it and would highly recommend it. I hope I wrote a review because it definitely needs the attention. Like you said, so many people are grieving, and it not just covers the loss of a loved one, which it does very well, but you go ahead and you can talk about other people that can appreciate it as well, or who
Yes.
else might benefit from it.
So this particular book is about the loss of a loved one and navigating the loss of a loved one. Now, I did create a leadership guide to. It's called a Leaders Grief Survival Guide, the first 30 days, and that
Mm,
helps. It helps leaders who are in corporate where they have to. For instance, someone reached out to me and people kept tagging me for things after the book came out. And
hmm
I noticed that the main points that they were tagging was that people were asking the question, okay, I just lost my mother, I just lost my father, I just lost my fiance, whatever it is. How do I go back after burying this person, go back to work and function? Like,
Function.
how do I lead people when I'm grieving?
Yeah.
And when you sit back and think about it, oh my gosh, isn't that difficult? Can you imagine? And the thing is, with organizations, typically in the the employee handbook, you have maybe 3 days of bereavement
That's
time.
it. That's it. Heaven
Whew.
forbid you have to travel. And
Let
like
me
you
tell
said,
you,
you have all the business
right?
that you, especially if
The-
you're the one responsible.
exactly, and that's a lot of pressure. Now you have to show up for your team, right? And in general, listen, we all go through things, and we all try to put on a brave face. But I promise you, grief. Just like I had that breakdown, thank God I was home, okay? But I've had
Well,
what were you gonna say?
that's usually when it usually happens in a safe place because your unconscious mind is not going to allow it any other time yeah.
Right, but
So,
sometimes, like I said in the book, I'll be in this grocery store and something, a
Something
will
will
memory,
trigger.
something
trigger.
happens and I'm like, "Oh,
Yes.
I gotta go," I gotta 'cause I feel it, and then I'm in the car and it's like, "Ah,"
That's
but it happens, and God forbid you don't wanna
yeah,
be at work doing that, but there needs to
What
be an
are what are
awareness, right? That people are
exactly,
carrying so much.
exactly.
And
so
again, it's
what are I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what are some of the things that you tell those corporate individuals to do to make them feel like they're more productive once they get back into the workplace after something like this happens?
Right. It's first one acknowledging it. And just like in the book, I give them scripts that they can um
Say
share.
to others.
I give them tools and tips that let them know, okay, if 70% of the work someone else can do, you have please delegate. Delegate certain things. Don't feel like you have to do everything all at once. And it's just a matter of knowing who to talk to about what's happening. Right? I'm not saying have a shirt saying I'm grieving, right? That I'm
Right,
not
right.
that.
Right, right.
But there needs to be just an awareness that life life happens, right?
Mm. Yes, and
Yeah.
Yeah. Life
people
happens
need
and
to
it's tough.
permission to grieve. It's not something that, okay, this person, you lost the person uh yesterday or last week, and okay, next month you're supposed to be back, and that's not it, it happens like for a year at least. If you allow yourself to grieve, a year is a good amount of time because you're going to go through all of the different seasons and experiences that you would normally go through with that person, especially if they were that close. And
Right.
so, yeah,
Let me just tell you. So, a couple of other things going back to the main book, Grief, Giggles, and Grace. So, I found out in my research, I found out that this was neuroscience, right? Grief literally changes your brain.
Mhm.
And so, your brain on grief will look something like someone who's sleep deprived for like a week. Would you allow someone who's sleep deprived for a week to go in front of anywhere and present
lead.
something to your board of directors?
Right.
Probably not, right?
Yeah. Right.
Um, but it doesn't say you can't focus at your job, but it's this your brain is still trying to figure out where that missing piece is. For instance, for
Mhm.
me, the realization hit me that the unconditional love that my mother had for me, there's no one else on this earth that has that for it. And when that hit me, of course tears are falling, but it's like your brain is trying to find that missing piece. And especially if you are really close with your loved one,
Mhm.
there's people who lost your kids, you know, and it's just heavy. Your brain is still trying to find that person, that love, that connection.
Right.
And now you have to figure out, how do I move on? Because you think about it, you're like, oh, they would love this. Let me pick up the phone and
Yeah, yep,
they're not
yep,
there.
yep.
So your brain is trying to figure it out. And it gets easier, but honestly, years later, you'll still probably cry at some times, right? It gets
Right. And
easier.
it's okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay. And that's the point. It's like, listen, it's okay. You
I
know?
know what you
Yeah.
I know what you mean because I spoke to my mother every day at 11:30,
See?
and it was an automatic thing to just pick up that phone at 11:30 after she had passed,
See?
and a couple of times I even dialed the number before I realized she's not gonna answer. But it took quite and even today, sometimes I think about look over at 11:30, and she's been gone since 2011.
See? Yeah.
So, I think also people should know, is there a time limit on your grief?
There isn't.
No,
There
there
isn't.
isn't.
And the
Yeah.
fact that people are like, "Oh, you should be," you're still, oh my gosh, please don't ever say that to anyone.
Yeah. Don't ever say that to anyone because
Please don't
there
ever
is no time limit on grief. It's
say.
all,
Right.
it's a process, and the
It is
process
a
can
process.
take the rest of your life.
Right. And again, there's moments that get better. So as time moves on, it's not like, I'm not saying you're crying every day, right? But
Right,
in the
right.
beginning, you might.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm,
a lady that I used to be on a board with, and she just recently lost her mom. But she's going out on social and like just typing how she's feeling. And oh my God, I empathize because it's like, no, you were just here. You were okay. Where are you? No, and then you go through your mind, what could you have done? It's all she has to go through all of those things. She's
mhm.
gonna have
Yes.
to continue it now. She likes to say it out, out
Hmm.
on social media. But I understand. I understand she has to go through that process. And part of the fight is trying to not go through it. And
Right.
that's what I learned for myself. I'm like, not right now. You know, like not right now. I can't deal with this. And it's like, listen, you're gonna deal with this right now. Boom.
Yep.
Cry, pull yourself together, go on the meeting. Hey, how are you doing? Yes. So
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Do a couple of deep breaths, as Kim says, and
right.
relax yourself and center yourself. But I also agree with you with the journaling, because
That's really
when
good.
my mom passed, I did journal. I journaled until I felt I got everything out. And it does help
Yeah.
because it gets what you're feeling out and you're not bottling it up.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of times that's what people do.
And I just want to reemphasize that whatever it is that we resist, it's just going to persist. And so when we allow ourselves, give ourselves permission to grieve, it's a release. And a thing I think that a lot of people fear is that it's a bad thing. It's not. It's not a bad thing. It's a healthy thing to grieve. And now, if we're resisting the fact that they're gone, well, that's going to be not serve us. It's not going to
Right.
serve us. We want to
Right. And
process that a different way.
and you know what? Our society seems to believe that vulnerability is weakness, right? But
Yeah.
Brene Brown even said vulnerability is not weakness. It's our most accurate measure of courage. So
Yes.
we
Yes. I
shouldn't
love
think,
that.
"Oh, okay,
I
I
love
can't.
that.
I'm just you don't have to ask people, hey, you know how, and I don't know if you've seen this where you're like, hey, how are you doing? I don't know. I know. Some people say that and they do not care. When I ask you how you're doing, I really want to know how are you doing? Because
Same
a lot
here.
of times we walk around with so many masks. And it's not until you have someone to help you pause and be present where you can find out that you have some connection.
No,
In a
exactly.
way, you never know if someone else is dealing with the same thing. Oh my gosh, I'm not crazy. There's community right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we as
Yes.
Yeah.
humans need that community. And
Yes.
that's all it is. That's the grace,
I
right?
agree. Yes. 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 I just want to say this too because sometimes it's not necessarily appropriate to go into how you're feeling if it's just you only have 2 seconds together, you know?
Right. Yeah, yeah,
And
of course,
so
of
if
course.
you're, yeah, so but if and I know if when I ask someone how are they doing, whether it's in a text message or email or in person or on the phone, I want to know. And even if it's not if we don't have a lot of time to go into it, at least we can circle back, so some people that's but some people are not really receptive to they don't want to know how you're doing. They are asking, but they really don't want to know, and we have to be discerning as to who is and who is not.
Exactly.
Mm,
Yes, and I'm not saying that you can tell your business to everybody because
right.
we certainly know that we cannot.
Exactly.
but but I'm just saying that sometimes you need to have a safe space. But also,
Yes.
if
Mm,
you are around people that you actually cannot be vulnerable to with, there's a problem somewhere. But hey, that's another story.
That's for your other book.
Right.
yeah, and so we definitely want to just be discerning as to where our safe space is. And because some places we may be providing a safe space for them, but they can't provide a safe space for us.
Exactly. There's that
So
as well. Yeah. So many things to consider. So many things to consider.
that's why I love us having this conversation, because there are intricacies. We can say this one thing and it may be appropriate in this situation, may not in this situation. And here we can just lay it all out. And of course, there'll be shorts, but
Right.
uh, there's discernment is valid, is something that we want to make sure that we are using as much as we can. Because whether we're talking to someone who has lost a loved one, or we are the one who has lost our love. We're grieving. But so if someone is grieving, they're involved. They're leading a lot of places, as you were and are. What would you say to them that was your biggest strength or revelation that helped you?
What really helped me is the neuroscience piece. Like I mentioned earlier, being that it's a scientific fact that your brain is looking for that connection, and now it has to rewire and figure out, okay, that connection is not there. It almost gave me a sigh of relief. And I found
Mm.
that out by actually I went to a therapist for a short while just because I'm like, hey, I am not I feel like I was stuck. But again,
Hmm.
it had only been a few months. And you know when you're an overachiever, right? Like, I don't
Yes,
And a
need this right
perfectionist.
now.
yes, yes.
Like, can
But
we fix this right now?
I think that's not a bad thing at all. I want to just say this: getting help, getting support, that's another strength because sometimes it's not, you don't know what you don't know, and navigating it alone can be nerve wracking. You know,
Right.
and
Right.
so get the
And
help if you need it.
And then
definitely.
No shame.
also you understand that there's people that are going through the same thing that you're going through.
Right.
I guess repeating this, but saying you're not alone. You're not alone. Other people have gone through the same things, and this is how you deal with it, or at least work to deal with it. Yeah.
And pinpointing what can happen at certain times. And the book, to me, it's hilarious. And Dr. Janine, a friend of mine, states that it is an absolutely good, great read, like a page turner for it to be a
It
book about
is
grief,
that
right?
that's
Because
how I learned
I
about it.
because I talked about some of the things that would happen to me, and you have to read the book. It's hilarious, right?
Well,
It's
It is. It
give us
is.
an example of some of the things that
Yes.
that's
'Cause
hilarious. Not to
for
give it away for the book, because we
that's
want everybody to get the book, but
right. Let's see. Let me see. Did I take that one out? Let's just talk about the time I lost my car. So it was like months after, right? I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to the mall for something. I forgot what I was picking up. And I parked somewhere. And I got into the mall, and when I was trying to leave, I didn't know what all the entrances seemed to look the same. I'm like, but I figured, I'm like, I typically make note of, okay, I'm next to this store, this is the entrance. And I could not find my car. It's to the point where I'm like, "Oh my god, did someone steal my car?" Right? And I'm walking around with the clicker, click, 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 going around now, and I'm trying not to panic, go around the other entrance, click, 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 walking around and I'm like, "Oh, call a friend." I'm like, before I freak out and call 911, "Please you come to the mall and drive me around so I can find my car, please."
mm,
So
yeah,
that's what I call grief brain. I'm like, how did I lose my car? Like, I could have sworn I parked it here and anyhow, but it
yeah.
was
For
hilarious.
you, that was grief brain. For me, it could be any day.
Right, right, right,
I've
right.
done that more than once.
So
It's
have
like,
I.
where did I park? And if you're at the mall, there's like 5 different sides you could park on. And which store did I come into? But I guess that's called, what is it called? The
Mental
mental
pause.
pause. Join the club. Because the other thing, I wanted to be able to bring out different parts of the book because I did read it, but
Awesome.
I wanted to revisit it because now I don't remember the part. I just remember going, "Wow, I really appreciate this," and thinking about different people as I was reading it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I
Yeah,
would love to have recanted some of those wonderful stories that you told.
please.
So do you? Oh,
I'm sorry.
no, no, go ahead. I'll ask this. I'll
No,
wait.
I've gotten such great feedback from the book about the book, and I would just love for all the people that purchased it, have read it, and they can actually go and give me a review on Amazon. Like most people are in my LinkedIn inbox and messaging saying, "Hey, wonderful book. Oh my gosh, la la la, amazing read. Please go
Well,
put it out there on Amazon, on where others can see it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
because it's when in my journey, I also saw that um grief groups, and nothing against a lot of them, right? But I went to one particular one, and when I tell you it was so, s- it, it was like a video we were watching for a while. Some people were falling asleep, but I'm like, it just kept on, the energy just kept on going down and down. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. Yeah, now grief, it can be sad. There's those moments, but that's why the book is called Grief, Giggles and Grace, because I don't want to get stuck on the sad part.
Right,
Because there's so
right.
many other nuances that happens, and when you get to the moment of you're laughing about something silly your loved one has done previously, that something reminds you of them. For me, there's things that I do now. You know, when you're growing up, you never think you have anything in common with your parent.
Oh, yeah.
And then now as you're getting older, you're like, "Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh."
yeah.
Like, I
That's
can
what mommy
see
used
that.
to say. That's what mommy used to
Or
say.
do,
Yeah,
yeah.
or do. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right. Right. So
yeah.
so it's I really would love to get it in the hands of so many people.
Those
It's
groups that you talked
comfort.
about, they need it.
Right.
They need your book.
Right.
If
Right.
you're heading up a grief group or you're a part of one, introduce this book because it will
Hey.
really
And
do a
that
lot of
that
good in
that
that
was my
group.
question also. Have you done any grief groups or
I
support
I
groups?
have not again, one that I visited, I did do did a giveaway for my book
Good,
at that
good.
particular
They
grief
needed it.
group. And then there was a lady in there that had lost her son. And she didn't win the giveaway. But I took her information and I actually gifted her a book. And she actually wrote me, she she sent me a thank you card, which I thought was so touching. She said, "I just wanted to tell you that I received this and I'm looking forward to reading it, and I look forward to it helping me." And that
Yes.
that
Yeah.
really touched me.
Um,
Yeah, so I do want it to be in the hands of everyone because again, it's not sad, but because I have those Bible verses and the journal and prompts in there, it gives you the time to kind of just work through. And I promise you, by the end of it, it's almost like you're taking a deep breath, a deeper breath,
yes,
like
Yeah,
deeper.
because I'm
Yes.
giving you some tools to make you feel like one, like you mentioned, you're not alone,
yeah.
but and here's what I've been through. Here's what to look out for, and it's also for the people who are supporting someone who's grieving as well. Everybody read the book. Everybody
Yeah.
read.
Everybody read the book. And so I think, it's for someone who is grieving, it's something, I think it's a perfect gift
Mhm.
to give them to, it's like giving them a companion, the companion that maybe you're not able to be
Right.
to help them get through it. It's so
Exactly.
beautiful. Hmm.
Exactly.
So that's awesome. So now where else can they get your book? Because I did see when I went on to look, it said that you could get an excerpt, a free excerpt to start to read your book. But where else can we get the book? Is it in the
It's on
library
Amazon,
yet?
right? Is it
So
on Amazon now?
that's where it is. It's mainly on Amazon, so it's available in Kindle version, the ebook version, or the paperback is regular Amazon will mail it out to you. I did have it on another platform. I am looking to get it into bookstores, and anywhere else. I'm looking to um, just have more interviews to get this out in the public because honestly, people need this.
They
This
do.
was definitely a heart project for me. And let me tell you something. Once I finished the book, it was my healing as well. Like I felt
Mm,
a release. And it's
mhm.
so this is my gift to the world so that they know, listen, here's someone who's been through this journey, right? I didn't just create this
Right.
and it's meaningful to me.
Yes.
And so it's a lot of heart and soul in there. And I would love
Absolutely.
for so many people to please, you get a book, you get a book, you buy
Yeah.
a book, you buy a book.
Yeah, well, it's absolutely worth the money. I don't remember what it was that I paid, but whatever it is, it's worth it. And it's the benefit that you'll get from either reading it or gifting it to a friend is way more than what you spent for the book, because you'll probably go, you can't even flowers. It's more valuable than flowers. Sending flowers to them. It's like sending a wonderful everlasting bouquet of flowers. That's
Exactly.
what it's like.
or
Yes,
you
I
like
like
that?
that.
And a great reference book, because once you read it through,
You can go
sometimes you
back.
go back
Yes,
and you
Definitely.
read it again, and there's things like, oh, I didn't read that the first
Yeah.
time.
So if
And
you have a Kindle, get the Kindle
Kindle,
version
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yes. So now where else you said before, you named a couple, you're on LinkedIn, Instagram.
Yeah,
No,
I
say
know
it
so
you're on
again.
Instagram. I'll put so what information, how can someone, they could go to Amazon and look up Grief, Giggles and Grace, because when I was trying to promote it last week, I could, for some reason, this mental
right.
pause brain
Listen,
couldn't
I
get it right.
understand, but it is Grief, Giggles, and Grace. You can look it up on Amazon. Now, when you put that in, it'll come up, but there's some advertisement that's trying to trick you to buy their book. Don't buy
Trick
that
you.
one.
Don't buy that
'Cause
one.
that ain't it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Show.
not it. It's Grief, Giggles, and Grace. It's the one with the teal color and
Yes.
Mhm.
and the nice logo. Again, my company is Lotus Consulting and Marketing, so I did all of this. Okay, so
Wow.
Awesome.
Well, you
Great.
did a beautiful job.
thank you,
Excellent.
thank
Beautiful
you.
Excellent.
job. I want to try to get it up front so that people can see it. And so, yeah, go ahead and put it.
Yeah, and so they can also follow my author page. I have a page called on Instagram at Tamiko Drummond Author, and also there it is. Yes, yes, yes. At Tamiko Drummond Author, as well as at Grief Giggles Grace on Instagram.
Love it. Okay.
Mhm. And
So
if you, I'm sorry.
no, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say I'm going to put those things in the description on the podcast. Go ahead. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. And also, I have a website called www.griefgigglesandgrace.com. If people want to have a signed copy, they could purchase it on that website. And if churches or organizations or any type of businesses want to do really big orders, they can go through there, and I offer some discounts as well for bulk orders.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's that is
That
beautiful.
is fantastic. I love it.
We're so glad to have you here. Well, I mean, just thrilled because, as we all said, this is a need.
Mhm.
We see it everywhere, and I've been seeing it for decades. And so to have your book is a comfort,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's like giving comfort to people who you share it with.
And well, I was going to say we can have you back again when your next book comes out.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
do you have a title yet, or don't you want to release
That's
the
okay.
title yet? Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll just look
we'll
for
leave
you.
it
Yeah.
leave it for
Okay, but yeah, so what's interesting is that I have quite a few books already that are
In
already
mind.
built out.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I just have not released them yet.
okay. So yeah, and then
Okay.
if in
So
that
there's a
case it's already built out, it's
series.
ready to go. We will definitely have to have you back,
Back
and you
Thank
can tell
you.
us either now or later which one you want to. Uh,
for us to
Yes,
promote on.
I'll wait because there's some other thing. Something else might come up. So we'll
All
see.
right now. All right now.
all right.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, it has been a pleasure and an honor having you here as our
And
guest,
yes. And thank
and
you so much, because people need to understand that grief,
Giggles and
giggles,
Grace
and
goes
grace.
together.
Yes. And it's an awesome
Yes.
resource. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you all so much for having me.
You're
Debbie,
welcome.
you all are absolutely amazing. Thank you for all
Oh,
of your
Thank you.
support. And thanks to everyone that is listening and that will
yes.
purchase. You get a book, you buy a book, you buy a book. I appreciate you.
That's right. That's right. Well,
Well,
go ahead.
I just drew a blank. I just drew a blank.
It
Thank
happens.
you. Thank you for tuning in to the Debbie and Kim show.
Remember, you are perfect for your purpose for being here now. And don't forget
Forget
to
to
like, subscribe,
subscribe
and
and
comment.
comment. We
Love
love
hearing
hearing
from
from
you.
you. Until the next time, God bless. Thanks, Tamika.
Thank you,
Thank
Tamika.